Hello everybody, I want to do a little quick video on what I carry on my person. I touched on it when I did my haversack video, so I'm going to go in a little more in depth on what I carry on me all the time. I carry an orange bandana in my left rear pocket. No need to explain what it's for, general purpose. Now, my left front pocket, I carry a ferro rod. That's my go-to workhorse. You can see I've used that quite a bit. And a flick of the Bic. They both go in the same pocket. They share. What I like about it is just instant fire. I don't want to have to mess with anything. Don't need anything. No fuss, no muss. Carry the two. But practice ferro rod. That's what I use the majority of the time. In my right front pocket, I carry this. Now, I used to carry two different blades in my pocket. I tried a multi-tool, a Leatherman. Great tool. And I tried a two-blade trapper case. Great knife. But neither one of them could fill that void, that little space that I needed. And I run across this one day. This is a flex cut carving jack. And I can tell you, I've used this extensively in the two classes I've took at the Pathfinder School. Everything I've done out in the woods, anything that I've made, I guarantee you, if it's made out of wood, I've used at some point, I've used this. Even if it's to carve one piece, it's involved in everything that I do. From spears, buck saws, bow drill kit, awls, everything. What I like about this, as you can see, is it has all the different kinds of carving blades on it. Works great. I've made spoons with it. I mean, it works. If you can get your hands a hold of one of them, try it out. They're a little expensive. I got this actually used off of eBay, and I have not regretted that purchase whatsoever. Very good piece of kit. Now we're going to go to knives. When I started out using a general knife, K-bar actually. I was issued in the Marine Corps. Still got it. It's great. I know its limitations. You don't beat on it because of the way the small, I wouldn't call it rat tail, but the smaller tang goes through. So I decided I was going to break down and get a good bushcraft beatable knife. This is the PLSK1. This is what I started out with. You can see I've got a lot of wear and tear on this. I've got my sail needle on it. This is an old leather belt that I cut up, and this is a piece of pipe. So didn't spend a lot of money on that because the knife was enough money by itself. But I've used this knife in both the basic and the pioneer class at the Pathfinder School, and I'll tell you, I couldn't be more happy with it. I've beat it, wore it down, and the blade has always been there. It's always been a workhorse. You can see I've laid beat on it from everything from striking it with a flint to run it across the ferro. Done a lot of work with this knife. It's really a good all-around blade. I can't say enough about them there. It's good. And I usually switch in between the two. Just got this one, Swedish knife. And I'll tell you, I've used it today. That's why it's got the sticky on it. I gathered some pine sap. But this knife works great. I know a lot of people know about them. Strikes a ferro like a champ. Really rivals one of the Mora black that I've got for ferro rod striking. It knocks a good chunk of spark out. I've beat it with flint. It does its job. It does its job well. And for the price, I think it was something like $59.99 for the tax and the ship and all that. But I could not say more about a good knife like this. It's just an all-around good work knife. Another sail needle, of course. So I usually fluctuate in between these two. Now for my pouch kit. Now, before I get started on this pouch kit, I want you to understand, I used to fill this thing to the brim, the size of it in comparison. I mean, this thing was chocked full. I had a hard time. It would set blowed out like that. I'm not joking. I had so much kit in it. Now it's in a drawer. I got this. Joe gave this to me. Thank you, Joe. And it has been on my hip for quite a while. Ever since I got it, made my kit down smaller. So let me show you what I got in it. And this is all that I carry with me. Okay. I carry, this is about 20 foot of 36 tarred mariner's line, bank line. I always carry it with me. Mini Inferno, full, great. You got about 5-10 minutes worth of burning hot, waterproof, ready to fire and go combustion in that. Another lighter, flick it a bit, wrapped with the Gorilla Tape. You can make a tinder bundle out of that. You can do your wounds like I did. I had some on my finger earlier today, and I put some pine sap in it. But just all around general fire. Flint. And I carry steel with it. Now this, Dave Canterbury. It's huge. You use it almost like brass knuckles. But I call this the Viking hammer, because it is a spark thrower. Amazing. And I keep it in my kit. I used to keep another half loop, worked great, but when I got my hands a hold of this has stayed in my kit, and it has been number one with me. If you never get your hands a hold of one of them, by all means add it to your kit. It works great. And then the last thing that I have in here, you can see, kit's empty, is a Hudson Bay tobacco tin. Okay. Got a cup, covers. I'll go over everything inside of it. We all know the magnifying glass. Start a fire with that. Have many times. And then inside of it, I carry another piece of flint. This is a lamp wick, some more juke twine, and a bunch of char cloth. Now, a couple things I want to tell you about this. This thing's not 100% waterproof. It will get water in it, of course. I used to carry a flint inside of this, or striker rather, and another piece of flint. But what I like about this is it does a lot of stuff for you in one kit. Keeps everything out. As you can see, it's been heavily used. But I'm going to give you a little secret to tell on something that I use. I take a piece of my char cloth out of here, and instead of striking into, like most people do, into this and then picking it out and putting it where it is and covering it over to smother it, I usually pull a piece out, good sized chunk, and I shove it in this cap. Okay. And that way I can get over top of this and I can strike into it, get it lit. Then I can carry this while it's burning. I can blow on it, not worry about getting burnt. I can cup it from the wind, and then I can dump it into my fire tinder bundle. And when I dump it into my tinder bundle and get it out, then I can go for it. And once I've got it up and running, I just put all my kit back up, and you have yourself a easily contained, no fuss, no muss. But that's what's inside of my fire kit. That's on my belt. So this is all the gear that I carry on me. That's what I used to carry. This is what I carry now. And then in my pack, I got this out. In my pack, I carry this kit. One of Joe's friends made this. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name. It was quite a ways back, and I got a bad memory for some stuff like that. But the guy made this and sent it, and it's great. But this is I got this out just to show you. This is the backup kit that I carry on me at all times. This is in my packs for if I go out into the field. It's not in my haversack, none of that. This is what I took out of there. That's why I brought it. All of this equipment, everything in this bag, I carried in that. And now I carry it in my bush pot, in my backpack, so it's always ready to go. And it's nothing but redundancies, char tins, fat wood, cotton bandanas, juke twine, candle wicks, and some lantern wicks in there. And, you know, you just got yourself a good all-around backup kit that's real easy, no fuss to make. And I love this pouch, by the way. So, great stuff. I just wanted to show you. I wanted to share with everybody this and tell you this is what I carry. I think that it's a all around good piece of equipment. I think everything works well in it. So, and that's all I carry on me. Well, minus, I do, because it is the States and there's some people that run around here that are less than, how could I put it, friendly. I know I don't stop a bear or nothing with it, but I carry a pistol, semi-automatic 45 ACP, and no, I'm not going to attack a bear with it or any of that stuff. This is just here to have for two-legged animals, and if I want to scare something and usually fire a couple rounds into the ground, that'll make most things scurry away and be gone. But I've been up into a couple of situations where, you know, thank God I had this, just for the simple fact of seeing it on my hip made some people decide not to be around. So it sits behind my knife, by the way. So if you have any questions, any comments, feel free to leave below. And hey, get out there and do something. It don't matter where you do it, how you do it. Work on it. Hone your skills, whether it's your living room, your backyard, or 10 miles into the bush. Hone your skills somewhere, somehow, because you never know when you're going to need it, or just to be able to pass on the knowledge to somebody else. God bless you and yours. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time I do a video.